Okay, so in the previous lecture we discussed about printf and scanf. I told you if you can relate it to the previous lecture, then it was we were discussing about this header file stdio.h, and in this header file we have two input and output functions which are predefined functions. One input function was scanf and output function was printf. Right, so first today in this lecture, first we will discuss about the scanf, syntax of scanf and syntax of printf. Okay, then we will discuss that how to make a program, how to write all these things in a program. So first of all we will start with printf, because as you know that printf is an output function, so it means if anything I want to display on my screen, everything should come from this printf, and if anything I want from the keyboard or from the user, so I will use scanf. So first of all we will be discussing about the syntax of printf, right? So now see, what is the syntax of printf? Printf, okay, in this bracket you will be writing any string. String means collection of characters, and then semicolon. Make sure that at the end of every statement you will be putting semicolon. Semicolon is like a full stop or purnaviram in Hindi or in English, right? So as in English we use full stop, and in Hindi we use purnaviram for the end of the statement. So in the same way in C programming language we use semicolon as a terminator at the end of each statement. But make sure where you have to put the semicolon, where you are not going to put the semicolon. So you just need to be very careful putting the semicolons in front of any statement, right? So printf. So how printf is working? Now see, string name. I mean, suppose I want to write it like this. I want to print my name is ABC, or I want to write, suppose 3 sentences I am writing. Welcome to the world. Okay, this way I want to write. First statement is like this, second statement will be like this, and the third statement which I want it to be like this. Welcome. In the next line I want to write to. In the next line I want to write the, and in the next line I want to write it as what. Okay. In this way I want to print these 3 statements on my screen. Now see how you are going to write. If I take it with the print. So first of all, what we are going to do, I am going to write a function, a program for you. So now remember what earlier I told you in the earlier lecture. We have to include the header file, hash include stdio.h, right? This header file I have to include. This is the header file. Because printf you want to use, so you have to include this header file so that the standard output, whatever the predefined functionality of printf is there, it will be included by default. Include is the directory, right? In this directory you will be finding stdio.h. Hash is the preprocessor. I told you on that day that preprocessor directive, and now today onwards, today I will tell you in this lecture, I will tell you how you will be relating this preprocessed data with your compiled data. Which functionality or which thing or software or part which is working in between these two things. Okay. Now next statement, what we are going to write? We will be writing a function called, function name is main. This is the name of the function. This function will trigger that the process of compilation will start from here. That I told you in the earlier lecture. This is the function body. In between the curly braces, whatever the syntax, whatever the statements you are writing, whether it is for the input or for the output or for any processing, you will be writing in between these two parentheses, the closing and the opening braces, right? So whatever you are going to write, the compilation process will start from here. This is not the part of compilation. Compilation will start from here. So function name is main. Void is the data type. I told you, we have discussed about the data types, right? So void is the data type. Void will not return any value, right? Void contains no value because void means empty. Empty means 0. So if it is empty, it is 0, then it means it is showing that main will never contains a value. It will be like this. If you can imagine, you can think like this. Suppose this is a main block. right? This main is stored in somewhere, but this main occupies no memory space. Void means main occupies no memory space. So there will be no extra space for main. Main is just written and it is only showing it as a trigger. If you are not going to put anything in front of main, by default main will be integer. Just remember this. If you are not putting anything in front of main, you are not putting it void, then by default it is of integer type. And integer takes 2 bytes or 4 bytes, it depends on your machine. So if you are not writing anything in front of main, then it will be an integer and it will occupy some memory space, so that you have to return something. Okay? So we will discuss it further, that what do you mean by this void and how it is returning and whatever the words I am using, the return. So these things, so for now you just remember this, that in front of main you have to write this void, and if you are not using this void, then it will by default be integer type. So we will be discussing both types of program, that if you are not comfortable with writing void, then how you are going to execute your program including integer, and if you are comfortable with void, then how you are including. I am going to use without, I am going to use with void. Okay. Now what will happen? I just want to write this. My name is ABC. I just wanted to print it on my screen. So what I will do, I will write printf like this, and then what it is showing, the syntax is showing, this is the syntax of your printf. It is showing string name. So my string is, first I want to print my name is ABC. So I am going to do in double quotes, my name is ABC, and then sim. Okay. String you are going to, if you are going to write, so make sure one thing you just remember, for a character is always enclosed in single quotes. If you are going to write a character, then it will be enclosed in single quotes. If you are going to write a string, then it will be enclosed in double quotes. Right? This is the difference. This is a character and this is a string. Okay? So if you are going to write a string, make sure that it will be enclosed in between the double quotes. So that's why I have written here double quotes. Okay? So that's how your program will run. And what will happen, that whatever the editor you are going to use or whatever the IDE you are going to use, if you run this program, then on the output screen, that it will be showing you my name is ABC. Okay. And in the same way, the way you have written it over here. Okay. Now, if in case, suppose I have not considered this void I have avoided. Now I am not writing this void. So what you have to do, this main will be of integer type. At last, before this curly braces, before the ending of your program, you will be writing return 0 or return 1, whatever. Okay. So it shows that your main program is not, this main function is not returning any value, and it is returning only 0. 0 will not reflect anything. Okay. If you are containing a value called 0, then it will have no effect on your program. So whatever the memory you have occupied, it is occupied, but the calculation is happening on the processing part, or whatever the variables you have provided, those values, the processing will be taking place on those values, right? But on main, there will be no effect. So you can put it here like 0, -1 or +1, whatever you want to write, you can write it. Generally, we used to write -1 or 0. Okay. So this is the syntax of print. That's how a program will run. Now the second statement is, in the same program, suppose if I want to write. Now see, in English statement, in English language, when you are writing something on your notebook, and if your teacher asks you that you have to write 10 sentences on some topic, so what you will do? First line, first topic, first point. Second, second point. Third, third point. It means that in the next line, every next line you are writing a next point. It should not be like this, that suppose my sentence ends in the second line. So you are not going to start your second statement from the same line. You will be starting it from the another line. Let's say, suppose this is my English notebook. I am writing first point, and this point continues from here till here. Right? So the next point I am not going to write it here. Next point I am going to start it from here. So it will be starting like this, and then ends here. Then the third point. So this shows that this is called next line. Like this is your next line. So for next line, we have an escape sequence. Okay, if I have to give something in the next line, then it will have escape sequence, which we are going to discuss why it is necessary to use escape sequence in our C program. Okay. Now listen. Now suppose I want to include these two statements in the same program, but in the way I want it like this. My output should be like this. My name is ABC, and the second line it should come like this. Welcome to the world. It should come like this. Fine. If I ask you this question, then what you will suggest me? Now put two printf statements so that it will be easy for us to write it in the next line. No. Okay, the answer is no. This is not the way. We are not supposed to write it like that. Okay. So no matter how many printf statements you are going to use, but printf has no inbuilt next line concept in it. Okay, there is nothing like inbuilt next line concept. That if you are using first printf, then if you are going to write the next printf, then it will by default it will come to the next line. No, we have to provide some instruction to the compiler that now we want this statement to be the next line. For that we will use our escape sequence, which is /n, /n. This is all together /. Okay, this /n means is next line, which is our escape sequence. This is next line, escape sequence. Okay, so if I want this statements like this in these two lines, then first statement will be like this, and then I have to provide a compiler instruction that the next statement I want is the next line. So how we are going to write it like? Now see, suppose I am writing the same program, hash include stdio.h void main. Okay, first statement is printf my name is ABC first. Okay, next line I want, so I will be writing it like this, printf \n welcome to the world. And this is this \, what will happen? First the cursor will write my name is ABC, the compiler will execute this statement, then after that the compiler will come to the next statement. What it will find? First the /n means next line. So compiler by default goes to the next line from here, and then it starts writing this. You can also put it here after the end of ABC. You can put it here because just we need to come to the next line, so whether we will be putting it here or here, it will act as the same. Is that clear? Right? Now, the next statement. I want it like this. So, how many printf statements you can use? One for this, one for this, one for this, and one for this. In totality, you will use 4 printf statements. But now the question arises, can't we put all these statements in one printf so that it will not occupy this much of space? Because writing a program, simple program I am writing and I am using so many things, and if I am having this escape sequence, then can't I put it like this? Would it be possible that I will be writing it like this? Welcome. In the next line I will be using 2, so /n 2, then /n dot, and then /n world. Don't you think that it will work in the same? Because I want it like this, and if I am going to write it in for the 4 printf commands, then again I have to give 3 /n commands. So if in the same printf statement I can write it like this, then it will be showing welcome, then next line 2, then next line the, then next line world. So it will come like this. So you have 2 methods now. If you want to print separately, you can print it like this. If you want to print it in the single line, you can print it like this. Okay. So that's how we are going for the printf statements, right? In the next lecture, I'm going to discuss about the similar things about like scanf and printf. We'll be discussing more syntax of printf and scanf.